Have a nice day. I am Janan Ranga, ICT teacher in Institute of Phonics in Ampara. So today I am going to discuss about grade 7 lesson 1. So let's see the content. The first lesson it is described about the central processing unit. Before we move to that topic, let's identify what is a computer. So we have seen different kind of computers. If someone asks definitions or introductions, what is a computer? We can say the computer is a machine that can be programmed to automatically carry out sequence of arithmetic or logical operations. Modern digital electronic computers can perform generic set of operations known as programs. These programs enable computers to perform a wide range of tasks. So, there are three basic functions of a computer. So every computer, the Charles Babbage considers the father of computer. He invented the computer. That's mean the first computer he introduced as difference engine. Then he introduced a second computer as called analytical engine. In that device, we can identify three basic functions: input, process, and output. Then we can consider there are three basic functions of a computer. If those are the input, process, and output. The input device we use to input data and instructions. Then process them and output as information. What are the input devices? The devices which are used to enter data and instructions to computer are called input devices. Mouse, keyboard, microphone, web camera, barcode reader, scanners. In addition to these, there are many devices to input data or instructions to a computer. What are the output devices? Output devices, the devices which are used to retrieve the data and informations are called output devices. The main output device of a computer is computer monitor. The printer, as hard copy, we can output or as hard copy, we use printers. We can see different kind of printers in different locations. That can be in communication, that can be in shop. We can get a bill in ATM machine. Bus conductor also keep in a printer machine. So those are the output device. Then speaker, we can hear sound, and multimedia projector also consider as an output device. Then the processing data continued by the central processing unit of the computer. What is central processing unit? We consider the CPU as the brain of a computer. The central processing unit can be identified as a digital circuit that processes data according to given instructions. Whatever tasks performed by the computer, in all such instances, the central processing unit runs in the background. The main functions of the processor is to execute instructions stored in a computer program. That is, it gets data and processes them according to given instructions. Then we use software. The software is a collection of instructions that they execute inside the computer. those instructions executed by the CPU. The component of the central processing unit. There are main functions. The main functions of the processor is to execute instructions stored inside in a computer program. That is, it gets data and process them according to given instructions. Inside the CPU, it consists of three main components. There are separate tasks also it is doing. Arithmetic and logical unit, control unit, memory registers. Arithmetic and logical unit. Mathematical and logical functions are performed in the arithmetic and logical unit. The functions of this unit can be further divided into two main sub-functions. It is mathematical functions and logical functions. Addition, division and multiplication. Likewise, mathematical functions are doing by mathematical unit, and comparison tasks are doing by logical unit. What is control unit? The control unit communicates between, manipulates and controls the hardware connected to the computer. It also performs tasks such as controlling input and output data, ensuring that data is sent to right place at the right time, and being alert whether relevant signals are successfully received. So the control unit, it is working as a commander. Commander it's the controlling. We can see any institute, that can be a school, that can be country. So there is a controller, there is a leader. So in CPU, the control unit control all input, process and output devices. He sent control signals. It can be, we can give as example, as a captain of a army. He order, he manage. Likewise, the control unit communicates between manipulates and controls the hardware connected to the computer. He sends control signals. Memory registers. It's a lowest storage in the computer. It temporarily stores data and instructions that are being used by the central processing unit. The storage capacity of the memory registers is very low. It is the lowest memory unit of a computer when compared with other memory devices like hard disk. Then next part, we move to discuss about the evolution of central processing unit. Depending on the technology used for the central processing unit, we can divide the computer into four era. That's mean the central processing unit of a computer system can be divided into 4 generations based on the electronic technology used to manufacture it. So, evolution of technology, the computer brain considered as a CPU, it is used a different kind of technology to develop it. The first generation, the technology used to CPU is vacuum tubes. Then with the invention of transistor, it is used to develop CPU using transistor. Then it is invented IC, integrated circuits. The IC used to for develop CPU. Then the fourth generation consider using technology microprocessor. The evolution of CPU, the first generation, the duration time period 1940 to 1956. Electronic technology used vacuum tubes, power consumption. A large amount of vacuum tubes, about 80,000, were used and they emitted a lot of heat was required. A cooling system to control the heat, so it led to a heavy power consumption. The size of the computer as large as a room. It is very huge. Execution speed measured in milliseconds. Very slow. The processing of the computer. It cost a lot of production and maintenance. Example, ENIAC, UNIVAC, HVAC. It is given a photo, the vacuum tube and first generation computer. The second generation, 1956 to 1963, transistor used as a electronic technology, power consumption, less power consumption when compared with the first generation computers. Size of the computer is smaller size when compared with the first generation. Execution speed measured in microsecond. It cost a lot for purchasing. Example machines IBM 7030, CDC 1604. The third generation duration with the invention of integrated circuit, the time period 64 to 71. Less power consumption. The electronic technology used at integrated circuit, power consumption, less power consumption when compared with the second generation. Size of the computer is smaller size when compared with the second generation. Execution speed measured in nanosecond. It cost less for purchasing when compared with the second generation. Example computers, IBM 360, CTC 6600. Then the fourth generation, duration 71%. Electronic technology used at microprocessor, power consumption, less power consumption when compared with the third generation. Size of the computer is smaller size when compared with the third generation. Execution speed, milliseconds, million of instructions per second and picosecond. It cost less for purchasing when compared with the third generation modern computers that are in use. We can consider examples for generation, the modern computers. We can give the speed of computer in milliseconds, microseconds, and nanosecond and picosecond. It's a portion of milliseconds divided by 100. So if we move to the speed of the central process unit, the speed of the central process unit, also known as clock speed, is the number of instructions executed in a second. The unit used to measure the speed of the central process unit is hertz. In modern computers, the unit megahertz or gigahertz is used to measure the speed of the central process unit, the processing speed of the CPU. Kilohertz is 100,000 hertz. The megahertz and gigahertz. Likewise, we can consider speed of the CPU. When we go to the PC and this PC and properties, we can see speed of the CPU in your laptops. If I display about my computer, I click here, then properties. Then you can see the processor and the hertz CPU speeds. It is in gigahertz. So in next video, we will discuss about the activities, workbook activities, and answers for that questions. Thank you.